Oh, okay.
Hey, Tammy.
Yeah.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for coming tonight. I would first like to welcome Billy Lowe with City Church, who will lead us in tonight's invocation.
Thank you. Let's pray. Father, thank you so much for another great day. Thanks for the weather and the change of season. Lord, I pray that we would all find time to glorify you. Lord, like we pray every single week, that you would protect our city, that you would protect our first responders, and we're grateful for them. And Lord, that you would give our city council wisdom as they make decisions on what to do. And Lord, that you would continue to glorify yourself through us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
I would like to call the regular meeting of the Milton City Council for Monday, December 15th, 2025 to order. The city encourages you to review tonight's agenda carefully. Each citizen who chooses to participate in public comment must complete a comment card and submit it to the city clerk prior to the agenda item being called. While the Milton rules allow a speaker to turn in their comment card up until the clerk calls the agenda item, once the agenda item is called, no more comment cards can be accepted. Will the city clerk please call the roll and make general announcements?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'll be happy to call roll for the final meeting of 2025, December the 15th. I would like to remind everyone in attendance to please silence all cell phones at this time. As the mayor mentioned, if you would like to make a public comment, you are required to complete a public comment card prior to that agenda item being called. All speakers will identify themselves with name, address, and/or organization before beginning their comments. If you are representing an organization, a notarized affidavit is required stating you have the authority to speak on behalf of that organization. Please review tonight's agenda. If you would like to make a public comment, bring your cards to me now. Demonstration of any sort within the chamber is prohibited. Please refrain from any applause, cheering, booing, or outbursts with any person speaking. Anyone in violation may be asked to leave. Mayor and Council, as I call roll this evening, please confirm your attendance. For the final time, Councilmember Andrea Verhoff.
Here.
Councilmember Doug Haney.
Here.
Councilmember Juliette Johnson.
Here.
Councilmember Carol Cookerly.
Here.
Councilmember Jan Jacobus.
Present.
Councilmember Phil Kramer.
Here.
And Mayor Peyton Jameson.
Here.
Mayor, you do have a quorum. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next is approval of the meeting agenda. I would like to add an executive session to discuss personnel, land acquisition, and litigation. Do I have a motion on the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda as stated.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Cranmer and a second from Councilmember Haney to approve the meeting agenda. Please place your votes.
Oh, wow.
Jan, good. Are you good? All right, that motion passes unanimously. Next is general public comment. Do we have any general public comment?
Mayor, we do have one.
Okay, general public comment is a time for citizens to share information with the mayor and the city council and to provide input and opinions on any matter that is not scheduled for its own public hearing during today's meeting. Please remember that this is not a time to engage the mayor or members of the city council in conversation. When your name is called, please come forward and speak into the microphone stating your name, address, and organization for the record. If you will please call the first public comment.
Mayor, I invite Tom Gauger to the podium, please. And I would like to remind, there's 5 minutes. I'll make a warning at 1 minute and time will expire. I'll make that announcement.
Great, thank you. Good evening, Council and Mayor. My name is Tom Gauger. I live at 14700 Taylor Valley Way here in the city of Milton. Tonight, there's going to be a presentation of a zoning amendment that will bring the current UDC standards into greater alignment with the realities developers and residents are increasingly having to address with development in Milton. It's really time for the city and council to act. My comments are directed at the proposal that you'll be hearing regarding modifications to setback limits in residential development. Whether setback revisions occur in the form of a zoning amendment or if they're part of developer variances, I'm in favor of increasing rear setbacks and creating larger rear undisturbed tree protection zones for the following reasons. Homes in Milton are being constructed today that are much larger than they were, say, 10 or 20 years ago. builders are putting large homes on 1 acre AG1 lots. In many ways, it seems that the city has outgrown its original intent of the AG1 requirements because of home sizes, land values increasing, design requirements, topography, and really remaining available lands that can be developed. And other, I think, more technical issues. Front yards tend to be more ornamental. Homes are already separated from neighbors by streets, sidewalks, and driveways. Larger homes are also being built with 5 and 6 bedrooms, and because of that require large primary and secondary septic systems, which increases the demand for land. The properties being developed now in Milton are typically smaller, 1 acre, wedged between existing neighborhoods. And the current UDC rear setbacks are inadequate, in my opinion, when applied, and are resulting in significant negative impact on existing adjacent homes, especially when the new development is in a completely different subdivision. So there's been a lot of discussion about flipping setbacks, changing setbacks. This is nothing new in Milton, but allowing for this to occur provides greater setback, allowing for a much larger tree preservation area, increased privacy for new and existing homeowners. And I said the use of reduced setbacks or changing setbacks isn't some new practice within Milton. It's been done for years. In fact, I can point to development within Little River Farms Phase 1. There's a home in there, or a couple homes in there where the setbacks have been modified. Crescent Ridge, back in May of 2025, the city approved variances for this 11-lot subdivision that changed the setbacks from 50 to 35 feet. Blakely Manor, variances were granted for reduced front setbacks. River Bend, 2020, specific property owner was requesting a change from 60 to 25 feet. And right here around the city council, right around City Hall, in the Crabapple District, their setbacks were reduced from 20 feet down to 15 feet. So really, in conclusion, it's time for the city of Milton to bring current UDC standards up to match the realities that the city now faces with smaller proposed planned developments in 5 to 15 home sites that are adjacent to existing planned developments containing much larger properties. It's time we as a city recognize land costs are surging without signs of pulling back. Developers need and want to build larger homes with large recreation areas in the rear on 1 acre minimum size lots that frankly are becoming somewhat intrusive on neighboring properties. There are environmental and topographical challenges that are becoming more common as the easier, more developable land has already been used.
1 minute.
And there are many other more technical issues, but I'm just asking you to support the proposed setback changes to the UDC that will be presented. And in closing, I just want to thank you for your attention and your service to the city. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, that concludes general public comment.
Okay, I'll close public comment, and then we will now move on to the consent agenda. Will the city clerk please sound the items?
Mayor, that first item is approval of the December 1st, 2025 regular city council meeting minutes. Agenda item number 25317. Our next item is approval of the December 8th, 2025 joint work session between the City of Milton City Council and the Milton Trails Advisory Committee meeting minutes. Agenda item number 25318. Next is approval of the financial statements and investment report for the period ending October 31st, 2025. Agenda item number 25319. Our next item, approval of the City of Milton waste haulers for the 2026 service year. Agenda item number 25320. Next is approval of an amendment to project agreement number 462-184-27223 between the Georgia Department of Natural Resources and the City of Milton for improvements at the Milton City Park and Preserve. It's agenda item number 25321. Our next item is approval of a construction services agreement between the City of Milton and Commercial Glass and Mirror Inc. for the replacement of the reception windows in the Milton City Hall lobby. It's agenda item number 25322. Our next item is approval of a recreation instructor agreement between the City of Milton and Shane Orphis to offer recreational Tai Chi classes. Agenda item number 25323. Our next item is approval of a professional services agreement between the City of Milton and S&ME Inc. for geotechnical services to support replacement of a box culvert and downstream head wall at Providence Lake Drive. Agenda item number 25324. Our next item, approval of change order number 2 to the agreement between the City of Milton and Tyler Technologies, Inc. for additional implementation hours and removal of unused conversion items. Agenda item number 25325. Next is approval of a contract between the City of Milton and America's TPA LLC, it's doing business as Health EZ, for the provision of healthcare coverage for Milton's employees in calendar year 2026. Agenda item number 25326. Our next item is approval and acceptance with authorization from the mayor to sign and record a quitclaim deed from the Fulton County Board of Education related to property located at 12615 Broadwell Road. Agenda item number 25327. Our next item is approval of ratification of a stop-loss agreement between and among Health EZ, Cigna Health, and Life Insurance Company and the City of Milton. Agenda item number 25328. Our final consent agenda item is approval of subdivision plats and revisions. The development is 14155 Brittle Road. It's land lot 768, District 2, Section 2. It's a minor plat to combine two parcels into one parcel containing 1.581 acres. Our next development is 13155 Hopewell Road, land lot 1037. It's District 2, Section 2. It's a minor plat to subdivide one parcel totaling 3.634 acres into two parcels. Lot 1 will total 1.155 acres, and Lot 2 will total 2.479 acres. It is a total of 3.634 acres and a density of 0.55 lots per acre. It's agenda item number 25329. Mayor Jameson. I know.
Close.
Wow.
Close. All right, do I have a motion on the consent agenda?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as read.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Verhoff and a second from Councilmember Cookerly to approve the consent agenda as read. Please place your votes. Okay, that motion passes unanimously. We will now move on to reports and presentation. Will the city clerk please stay on the first item?
Thank you, Mayor. This one's going to be a bittersweet item. This is recognition of Councilmember Andrea Veerhoff. Mayor?
Okay, I will turn it over to Councilmember Verhoff.
Thank you. I put my glasses. 4 years ago when I started here, I didn't have to wear glasses. I just have a few words, and I just wanted to thank so many people here, but I'll keep this brief. Serving the community I love has truly been one of the greatest honors of my life. I'm deeply grateful for the encouragement, trust, and support I received not only throughout my campaign, but during each of the past 4 years, and I never took that for granted. As this chapter comes to a close, it is time for me to step back and focus more fully on my family during some of the most meaningful and formative years of my daughter's lives. I am incredibly thankful, and I swear to God, I said I wanted to tear up.
Probably 4 years.
I know, you guys. I'm incredibly thankful for the opportunity to have served and carry immense appreciation for every experience and lesson along the way. While I may be stepping away from council, I'm not leaving the community I cared so deeply about. I look forward to continuing to serve Milton through several volunteer organizations that are close to my heart, and I'm truly excited to be a part of the Reed Casey team where I can continue supporting the people of Milton in a new way through real estate. First and foremost, I want to thank my husband, Jeff, for his patience, strength, and unwavering support. Late Monday night council meetings were never easy, yet he carried the weight of carpools, dinners, and countless responsibilities with grace. I am grateful for all he has done for our family. To my 3 daughters, I only have one here tonight. The other 2 are one's at college still and one's at practice. My hope is that I have shown you how meaningful it is to serve others and to be involved in your community. Thank you for sharing your mom with this incredible council and for supporting me every step of the way. To our city staff and leadership, Milton is truly fortunate to have you. Your professionalism, expertise, and dedication have been remarkable. Thank you for your patience, your willingness to teach me, and your commitment to our city. It has been a privilege to work alongside you. And to my fellow council members, what an incredible team we have been. I am so thankful for your support, your thoughtful challenges, and your shared commitment to always put the greater good of Milton first. These past 4 years have meant more to me than I can fully express, and I will deeply miss working with each of you and seeing your smiles across the dais. Thank you all for being here tonight as I say goodbye, and I wish you all a very happy holiday.
Well, Councilmember Verhoff, it was an absolute pleasure to work with you over these last 4 years. You came in, you smiled every time, and like you said also is that we always put the citizens first, and you truly did that for the entire 4 years. And so I will say thank you. And what's even better is we're still going to see you. You live right there.
I'm right there.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for you.
Thank you.
So if we'll have council come down, we'll take a picture.
Oh, well, are you going to read the proclamation?
I will read the proclamation. I'll read it down there. Why don't I read it down there? I'll read it down
You're going
there.
to have a mic?
Yeah, it's okay. Let's roll. Let's go.
One down.
I'll read this proclamation. This is honoring Andre Verhoff for her service to the city of Milton. Whereas Andre Verhoff has dedicated considerable time, effort, heart, and soul to making Milton better over her last 4 years as a city council member. Whereas she joined the council in January of 2022, but was an active, generous volunteer and difference maker in our community well before then in multiple capacities. Whereas this includes involvement as a leader in Milton's National Charity League chapter, as well as a volunteer with the Drake House, Meals by Grace, Dreamweavers of Georgia, as well as in numerous public school groups within the state. Whereas Verhoff's civic and professional experience from her career in technology and risk management, plus as a small business owner and entrepreneur, has provided her with unique, valuable perspective on the city council. Whereas she is consistently sharp, engaged, and intent on making sound decisions that serve the greater public interest. Whereas Andre has also remained personally involved in the greater community while participating in business ribbon cuttings, going to events, attending school events, and much, much more. This is whereas the city greatly appreciates Verhoff's contributions to Milton and wishes her the very best in her future endeavors. Now therefore, we, the mayor and the city council of the city of Milton, hereby recognize and with heartfelt gratitude thank Andre Verhoff for her service to the city of Milton and its citizens. This is given under our hand and seal of the city of Milton, Georgia, on this 15th day of December of 2020.
Perfect. Yes, that works.
Thank you.
Okay, can you please stay on the next item?
Mayor, our next item is a proclamation recognizing the 8th grade Milton Eagles. Mayor Jameson?
Yes, this is always one of our favorite times of the year to celebrate our athletes. You know, in Milton, we have many athletes, but especially in football. And this team's special. This is the 8th grade football team. I read through the proclamation that I'm about to read, and I was telling our city clerk, I was like, I think these stats have to be off. There has to be a typo. There's no way they are that good, but they are. You know, y'all are coached by a fantastic coach and Coach Tumenia, and y'all are also being cheered from high above with your late player, James Ryan Van Epps. Him and his entire family will be with y'all through your entire lives. And I'm telling you, y'all played for him. Y'all won the championship, and y'all will continue to do that throughout your tenure. And I tell you what, they were cheering for you. I was cheering for you, and this entire council was. So with that, I'm going to read this proclamation, and then we will come down. I'll individually hand them to you, and then we'll take a picture. So congratulations. So this proclamation is celebrating the state champion Milton Eagles 8th grade football team. Whereas the city of Milton has a long and storied tradition of football excellence rooted in youth programs that develop not only skilled athletes, but young men of character, commitment, and heart. And whereas Milton Eagles feeder football exemplifies these values through its dedication to teamwork, sportsmanship, and the personal growth of every player. And whereas one exceptional group of Milton Eagles advanced to 3 consecutive Georgia Middle School Athletic Association state championship games, compiling a remarkable record of 33 wins and only 2 losses. And whereas during the 2025 season, these Milton 8th graders completed an undefeated 10-0 campaign, averaging 40.5 points per game while allowing just 11, reflecting discipline, preparation, and unity. And whereas on November 22nd, the Milton Eagles faced a fellow undefeated opponent in the Division A Georgia Middle School Athletic Association state championship game at Hillgrove High School. And whereas the Eagles carried with them the memory of James Ryan Van Epps, a beloved teammate whose spirit, kindness, and love of the game continued to inspire those who knew him, and whose legacy was recently honored through his induction into the Georgia Middle School Athletic Association Football Hall of Fame. And whereas, united by that inspiration and by one another, the team demonstrated resilience, heart, and football, culminating in an impressive 40-21 championship victory. Now, therefore, we, the mayor and the city council of the city of Milton, hereby celebrate the state champion Milton Eagles 8th grade football team led by Coach Frank Tumenia, and honor the players, coaches, families, and supporters whose dedication, unity, and shared purpose made this season unforgettable. And this is given under our hand and seal of the city of Milton on this 15th day of December of 2025. Congratulations.
We finished second place when I played on that team. We lost to Campbell Smith.
All right, let's go first. Let's go first row here. Let's go. Greg, you'll tell you when the lineup.
You'll take that.
Should we stand up? How many times did you go? I just look like that.
Well, these.
Oh, he's like,
But he's also pushing deadlines.
No, he's not. No, he's not. You said that with the zone. Shut up. He don't go anywhere now. He's not going to go anywhere.
There's no.
The Pirates are such a nice guy. I love them for that.
No.
You know what?
I can't tell you how many times I've seen him.
We'll get in the front and squat down a little bit so that we can get you all in the picture.
Steve, the younger one. Yeah. I see him in
Coach,
Do you? Yeah.
are there more coaches? Are there more
Oh,
coaches here?
us too. Yeah. Either eat in or take out. We're there a lot.
Peyton, are you in the picture? We can't see you.
Okay.
Like a sixth grader.
3, 2.
These guys are eighth graders.
No. I think Peyton could have been a kicker on this team, man.
Yes, please feel free to come up and take closer pictures if you'd like.
We're at the same level and we're like standing 2 feet tall.
Thanks. Nice, coach.
Really quick, I'd like to call Jim and Buffan up if you want to take the proclamation for James Ryan. Take a picture with James.
Yeah, I think so. Can you guys go
There.
in the middle? Yeah.
And coaches, want to come up too? Take our shot.
Yeah. You might have to crouch there. I guess you. Look over this way and you'll get one.
Oh, Carol. Look at the little girl.
One more. There we go.
Good job, guys.
Jake, right?
Same team when I was in eighth grade. Milton Eagles, eighth grade. We finished second in state. We lost to Campbell Smyrna when that was like one middle school area back then. Look at the camera. Where as long as it wasn't Osborne. That's good.
Every time I get
Let's keep it that way. I know.
4 years. And I still can't do it.
Congrats. See you, man. Should we continue for crimes? Instagram, what's the rest? Your last go?
No. I was like, you guys go when the football team goes.
Okay, we'll now move on to first presentation items. Will City Clerk please sound the items?
Mayor, that first item is consideration of RZ 2508 for a text amendment to Section 3.1.4 building placement in respect to setbacks in the AG1 district in Section 8.8.19.b.2 and Article 13 definitions in order to add setbacks for qualified subdivisions and pools to the Unified Development Code for the City of Milton, Georgia. That's agenda item number 25330. Our next first presentation item is consideration of RZ 2509 for a text amendment to Section 9.2.5.e to create sign standards for the Arnold Mill Road Hamlet Overlay District to Unified Development Code for the City of Milton, Georgia. Agenda item number 25331. Our next first presentation item is consideration of an RZ 2510 text amendment to Arnold Mill Road Hamlet Overlay, Section 6.5.3.b, to modify AG1 standards to the Unified Development Code for the City of Milton, Georgia. It's a deferral recommended. Agenda item number 25332. And our final first presentation item is consideration of RZ 2511 text amendment to Section 8.2 Use Tables and create new Section 8.8.20 for accessory food trucks in limited situations to the Unified Development Code for the City of Milton, Georgia. Agenda item number 25333. Mayor Jamison?
Thank you. Do I have a motion on the first presentation items?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve first presentations as read.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilor Haney and a second from Councilor Cranmer to approve the first presentation items as read. Please place your votes. All right, that motion passes unanimously. There are no public hearings, zoning agenda, or unfinished business items. We will now move on to new business. Will the city clerk please sound the item?
Mayor, that new business item is consideration of a resolution declaring that the Fulton County Development Authority shall not operate within the jurisdictional limits of the City of Milton without prior consultation and preliminary agreement by the Mayor of Milton on any proposed inducement opportunity. It's agenda item number 25334. Our city attorney, Mr. Ken Gerard.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, thank you very much. Very quickly, this is a product of some general law that was adopted during the 2025 legislative session. It was called HB 155. It's now been codified at OCGA 3662 4.1. Uses the phrase massively municipalized county. Fulton. It's just how they wrote that in general law speak. And what it basically says is it is attempting to create a general law that says that in a massively municipalized jurisdiction like Fulton County, with respect to cities that are in the northern area of this massively municipalized county, think about it, think it might just be us, or at least we are one of those cities, that it is attempting to put sort of a governor on the ability of the county development authority to do inducement deals without getting input from the cities that are implicated by that. What they're typically talking about, what's called a land for title or an inducement for title deal. And that is where perhaps a development authority is in trying to induce like some big economic development player that they want to put in a particular location. One of the things they will do is, in order to sort of give them financing, is the development authority will accept title to the property for which the economic development opportunity sits. And of course, when a government entity accepts title to the property, guess what happens to ad valorem property taxes? They don't get assessed because it's owned by the government at that point. Then what they'll do is the development authority will then lease the property back to the private entity, and then the tax assessor will actually assess the leasehold interest, typically on what's called a scale. So maybe the first year they'll pay maybe 0 in taxes, the next year they'll pay 10% in taxes, the next year 20% in taxes. That's a fairly typical economic framework. All that's fine. But what this legislation says is, yeah, but if you're going to do that and it's going to implicate a city, the city needs to be contacted. They need to do business with that jurisdiction and make sure the city's on board with whatever is occurring. So that's what this resolution does. This resolution takes the General Assembly at its word. We want to take advantage of this law and what this resolution you're about to adopt says. And if you do this development authority, you got to at least come and run it by the mayor, who I know will do a good job of letting the council know. And it has to be given some immediate sign off by the mayor to make sure that he is comfortable. You may say, well, why not the full council? Here's why. Many times these economic inducement deals are very, very confidential. The business that's courting that county, courting the county, doesn't want anybody to know. And so if we put this on an agenda, it's just going to lead to a lot of question marks. The mayor will be the first contacted. Then he can then maybe advise through staff what's at play here, what's being pursued, and give you all basically sort of a pocket veto on whether you all want to be a part of it. So it's really a nice win. It's a nice win-win for everybody. That's what it is.
Thank you.
Any questions for council, for Steve? No? It's good. I think we're the first city adopting this. That's good. We're keeping the decisions here local, and it's important.
Right.
So that's why we were founded. So that's good. Okay. With that, any public comment?
There are none, sir.
Okay. We'll close public comment and open it for a motion.
Make a motion, we approve agenda item number 25-334.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Jacobus and a second from Councilmember Johnson to approve agenda item number 25-334. The voting's open. Okay, that passes unanimously. Council, have anything to report on? No? I'll just say thanks to Emily and the entire team for having a successful Christmas and crab apple and pancakes with Santa, and it was a good event.
What about Mrs. Claus?
Mrs. Claus is making an appearance for Tea Party. Mrs. Claus did not show up on Saturday. Pancakes with Santa, but Mrs. Claus will be there
I
for
heard
Tea
she
Party.
was very busy.
Very busy.
You know,
Very busy.
Santa maybe had his appendix out and she was with him.
Okay. With that, we will now adjourn into executive session to discuss personnel, land acquisition, and potential litigation. Do I have a motion and a second?
Make him
Adjourn.
second.
Okay, I got a motion from Verhoff, second from Haney. All in favor, just please say aye.
Aye.
All right,
It's not
we're
working.
adjourned in executive session.
reconvening.
Okay, can I get a motion to reconvene?
Motion to reconvene.
Dear Hawk.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Bye, people.